It's connecting. With the bro JB. I'm super excited. Okay, it says excellent connection. JB, JB, could you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you perfectly, bro.
Beautiful. I hear you very well as well. Thank you, man. All right, everyone, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very excited to be here with my dear friend, this man who is super special, such a great guy. I can't say enough about him, but I gotta say a few things to introduce him. So, my man JB is an inspiring young entrepreneur, super beautiful attitude. This man is younger than me, but I look at you, bro, and I look to you for inspiration. Um, I'm super excited. I think there's a lot of good conversation to be had between us, and young JB is gonna tell us a whole lot that I've heard from him over the time. So thank you so much, bro. Thanks for being here. How are you?
Appreciate it, bro. Well, it's an honor being here. I'm doing good. How's everything going over there?
Dude, God bless. Thank you. I'm doing all right, bro. I'm well. I'm thankful. We do have some great concepts, there's some great topics to talk about. So I'd like to start us off with the heavy stuff, bro. There's a lot of things that have been going on for so long, right? There's been a lot of things that's been going on over time, but it's come to light more so in this this past year and such, since we've been quarantining. A lot of us have been home. A lot of us have had this time to explore things and really be cognizant of what's around us. Right. So you're a young man. You're a man in America,
Yes, sir.
but you also happen to be you also happen to have black complexioned skin, right?
Yeah, I'm a young black man in America.
Yeah, man. Indeed. So, for you, your experience maybe has been a little bit similar to mine. I'd like to talk about this conversation because I think we've both been on the end of, the receiving end of some, you know,
Discrimination.
yes, yes. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Um, so it's kind of sad, but I want to talk about it. I don't want to. We know there's a lot of pain in the world, you know.
Oh yeah, we don't gotta get too in depth.
Indeed,
We can brush over it a bit.
yeah. Because beautiful, we brush over it because I think it's a much needed conversation to be had,
Mhm.
and at the same time, I want us to just preface the conversation after that, which is moving into positivity, what we'd like to do moving forward and going forward from here.
Yeah, sounds good.
Beautiful, beautiful. So JB, tell us. Let's start with a little bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a LA native, who
Yeah, born and raised out here in LA. My
amazing.
whole life. Went to school in Riverside. That's where we met.
Yes,
Sadly, some events happened. Had to drop out, but I still pursue my dreams because I don't necessarily need college for that. But it's also good to learn. I'm always learning every day. Um, I have a brand called Teenage Funeral. Basically,
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The
family.
people want to hear about it. The people want to hear about it. We'll get to that, bro. Don't spoil it.
So much.
I know, dude. I'm super excited to talk about the brand. I love the brand. I have my stuff on here, bro. But I was like, man, I can't do it no justice. Just rocking it because I rock it every day, bro. Every time I go out, I got some nage on me.
I'm not,
Yes, bro, exactly. That's I was like, I put that right there. I was like, man, if I don't like my hair, I know I'm gonna be rocking the flyest thing. I got that nage right here.
that's great. The hair's looking fresh right now, bro.
Dude, thank you, thank you, thank you. Even if when it is, when it isn't, I'm rocking nage regardless.
Yes, sir.
But so a little bit. Let's I'd like to personally, I'll preface the conversation. Personally, I've been on the other side. So I'm an immigrant American. I wasn't born here in America. I was born and raised in Iraq, and I thankfully had the opportunity, amazing opportunity, to come to America, and I'm super thankful. I think we both agree life in America is amazing, right?
It's really good. It has its cons, but there's definitely a lot of things that can be fixed here in America.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I agree. When I say amazing, I'd like to add some context to that. I mean an amazing blessing.
Oh yeah,
Right.
definitely from the stories I've heard in comparison with Iraq, I can say America is definitely a blessing.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. But so, and I personally, I didn't have to drive at the time. I lived in a city. I was a kid. I lived in a city. But when I came here, and then to Southern California, I experienced some racism, some discrimination, not necessarily for my skin color, but for beautiful for my culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you react to that? How was that like culture shock?
Dude, thank you. The culture shock is like, man. So what I knew about America, I just knew. I didn't even connect the two. When I was young, and I was like, there's U.S. soldiers, but I didn't. I was like, no, it's not gonna be, walking around the street with tanks on the street.
Yeah, it's definitely not normal out here.
Right. However, maybe would you say some people have drawn parallel, between the major cities of America and war zones. Some people say about New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, whatnot, that it's a war going on outside.
It's definitely a different type of war. Like they don't really compare, but I can see the comparison.
Could you?
Well, like war on drugs, maybe like maybe gang wars and stuff like that, but nothing compared to some of the things you've experienced.
Thank you, bro. But I appreciate the perspective and the sort of the humility in your speech. I'd love to hear a little more about you, a little more from you. Not too much because just for the sake of positivity, keep it. A little bit. How would you say that experiencing? Because we all have our own struggles. Just because I struggle in one way and you don't, doesn't mean you don't have another area of your life. For example, there was literal war going on in my front yard, in my backyard, when I was growing up. So that impacted me one way or another. But at the same time, I had a meal on the table. Thankfully, all the time, if I went hungry, it was because of Ramadan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But those are just two examples. So could you shed some light on that? And I know you have a beautiful attitude, so we'll get to how those are connected. But could you share a little bit insight? so we could.
For me personally, it was more like police discrimination. Like I would always have bad encounters with the cops. So like you would see why in the '90s all those rappers were coming out with songs called like "fuck the police" and this and that. And when you live it and you experience it, like those songs hold a lot of meaning, and you understand why the people before me were had so much animosity towards police and cops.
Bro, thank you for the. Yeah, this was actually something that struck me. I appreciate you providing some context and opening the conversation. We talked the other day, and you said something. We'll get to it. And it reminded me of like a lyric, Two Chainz lyric off of his album. It's off the album Rapper Go to the League, and it was off the song Forgiven. But I was just, I've been thinking about it for the past couple days, and maybe, I don't know how much we think about it as popular, popular culture is so prevalent, and music and rap is so big, but those lyrics, are lived experiences, right?
Yeah.
They're not just like...
Most rappers to tell a story about their lives.
Yeah, and it's a lot of people, like, for example, I came from a community. When I say one thing, it's about my life, but also almost everyone in my community or in that neighborhood or whatever have you relates to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I was like, man, the song, I enjoy it as a song, and I value the art. When he said, I listen to these songs by, like Skip Marley or whatever, Bob Marley's kids, and it's like I listen to them and they talk about pain, and I appreciate the poetic beauty in it, but I sometimes am ignorant to the everyday facts. So I was like, man, hard stuff. But so you talk about police profiling. I want to talk about. May I open the conversation?
Yeah, you can dive into that one.
Thank you, bro. Could you share some? Could you share maybe like an instance, and how you think? Could you share an instance, and I'll ask you the question. I don't want to overload you.
There was one time I was at this donut shop in my old neighborhood with a couple of my brothers. Yeah, they're like gang affiliated or whatever. And we were just chilling, having a normal conversation. We weren't doing anything wrong. And the cops pulled up and they stopped. They put my brothers in handcuffs and they were talking to them. And then they came over to me in the car and I was just chilling, not doing anything. I was like 14, 15 at the time. And then like I didn't really want to talk to the cop because like I felt we weren't doing anything wrong. Like, why'd you stop us? And he was like, oh, you better talk to me or I'll find something to put on you.
Oh no.
Like, from that day, it was just like, yeah, fuck y'all. I've had a few instances like that through the days.
Man, yeah. So have you watched the? It's super hard. I've been educating myself. I am also ignorant. Unfortunately, I don't say that with pride, but yeah, true that, bro. So, like getting stopped by the police. Thankfully, I have been stopped by the police, but thankfully, I haven't had like any discrimination. I would say, based on race or anything like that. It wasn't. Yeah, but I can't even imagine what that would be like. When I was stopped, I had an instance where, there was this construction zone on the freeway, and I packed it was slower traffic, and I wasn't going that fast, but I got in the right lane, instead of going to a left lane. and I was driving like the speed limit, the modified speed limit, and the cops that didn't sit right with them, with the officers. So then, like a mile later or something, it was some time after that zone. It was by the 57 junction with the 60 at the time. I was coming home from work. I was commuting to my parents. Anyway, when they stopped me, I was prepared in terms of being respectful with the officers, and I had my hands like 10 and 2. I was like, yes sir, no sir, just because I had already poor experiences, so my poor secondhand experiences, it was in my own, of people being mistreated and not necessarily, having the best outcome or treated with dignity and respect themselves. So I was like, hey, I don't want to, just because I knew of bad experiences and I was subject to racism in other cases, by other civilians, I was like, I don't want to open the door for any misunderstanding. I'll be on like my best behavior.
It's definitely frightening. It kind of sucks that it's that way when they're supposed to protect and serve. Like big human rights.
Yeah. Exactly, like the protect and serve, right? That's that clause. Sometimes it's I don't want to say it, I'm thankful. Yeah, I'm thankful there's order, because where I came from there wasn't order as much as there is here, right? But yeah, so do you think you having your skin color, do you think it would have things gone differently if you had different skin color?
Oh, you mean if I was white?
If your melanin wasn't so rich, bro. Correct. Yeah.
Definitely, if white people have, I would say, yeah, they definitely have it a lot easier, and they're prepared. They won't have as many fears with being stopped by police or harassed or anything. So yeah, definitely you could say my life would have been a lot smoother if that was the case. But I'm trying to be black. I'm pretty thankful. I can't complain.
Thankful, bro. Amazing. I agree with you, and I have such admiration for you, bro. Because you are like you're like, for me, one of the biggest examples of like being thankful and just having a beautiful attitude. Like I've seen you in some cases where things would have upset me, or things would have ruined my mood, but you're just kind of like, you shrug your shoulders at it. you know. Um,
Life's too short. Life's too short to always get mad at everything. If I got mad at everything that pissed me off, then I'd be a mad motherfucker. I'd just be walking around. It's really necessary.
Man, yeah. Life is too short, bro. Life is too short. This year, I mean, like this one past 12 months, whatever, since the beginning of the quarantine, life's been even seeming shorter. Like
Yeah.
days just mixing into weeks, into months, whatnot. Yeah, bro. So we've talked about a little bit of pain, I appreciate you just giving us just a little glimpse. We don't need to talk about it. There's all these events that people are thankfully reading up about. We're being more culturally aware of our differences, because I think you agree with me that most of the isms, the racism, whatnot, they kind of, their main source, they stem from just misunderstanding each other.
Yeah.
And misunderstanding where each other come from.
Mhm.
So, thank you for the preview. Thank you for a little bit of opening the door about the pain. But let's move on to positivity, bro.
I love spreading positivity. Let's definitely move on to that.
Amen,
Talk
amen.
about that. We'd be here all night.
Dude, I know you're God bless you. You're a beacon of positivity. Like I said, I look at you. I'm like, man, JB, this guy's so positive, bro. So you
I'm
know.
trying to keep up with you, man. Keep up with you.
Thank you. I appreciate your modesty, bro. I appreciate the kind words. So, JB, what do you think one little actionable thing that you would, one little actionable thing for someone that may be listening to that could be more positive like you, bro? They could live a more positive life or maybe treat each other more positively.
So, like, kind of like I said earlier, life's too short. And then, like you said a little while ago, if we just take the time to learn about each other's cultures and try to read up and educate ourselves on that, I feel like everything would be much more positive. We'd understand where each other comes from.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, definitely cultural sensitivity, cultural awareness, and educating ourselves. I've been educating myself through like my buddy Harrison put me onto this like Asian American heritage or like the history of Asian Americans in America, how history has been changed a little bit, and how this was shedding light to me. I've been on that. I've been on like Netflix. Amend the fight for America. Have you seen that, bro?
I haven't actually. What was the name of it?
It's the one with like Will Smith. It's called Amend the Fight for America. It's actually kind of heavy stuff, bro. I've been like taking it one sort of in doses because I want to educate myself, but I also can't stand some of the to take in some of the facts. For example, one of the things I found was inspirational. This lady named Ida B. Wells, and how it was at the time of they called it like the lost cause or something. I don't. Which was after the Civil War and whatnot, and it was time of segregation, and it was like things were being rewritten that you know slavery wasn't the reason for the war, and that the South hadn't done anything wrong. And I don't want to get into that, but it was just I just want to get into how they were rewriting it. But Miss Ida B. Wells was going to counteract that. She was writing down stuff and reporting on stuff that were factual, and she was the first person. She was the first person to do that, and I was like, man, the power of journalism, the power of recording, and just writing down firsthand experiences. And that's why I'm like, man, I'm an ordinary guy. I say I'm an ordinary guy. I wouldn't say the same about you. You're an amazing guy, but
You're pretty ordinary.
but we both we we both have firsthand experiences, right? So I'm like, man, let's just talk about it. Open conversation, and then let it be recorded. Yeah. So what's one advice you have for people to life's too short, educate yourself, and like treat people with respect.
Perfect right there. Perfect rules to live by.
Man, JB got the blueprint, bro. JB got the blueprint.
Jay-Z got the blueprint.
Hey man, I look at that blueprint and we're like, man, people have already wrote it. You're writing it, so we're just doing our part along history.
Just passing it along.
Amazing.
Passing it down.
amazing. And you pass along a great message. You're a young entrepreneur, right? Um, you're a brand founder, and you're a creative director for Teenage Funeral. Could you tell us and tell us the motto, bro? Tell us. I want to hear. There's a.
Well, you know how our generation is. I feel like we fall under the same generation. We like to live forever young. We don't really want to grow up. And that's what teenage funeral signifies. Basically, the ending of our teenage years. And we just don't want to grow old. We like living young, living fast, just doing whatever we want. And our generation is definitely a lot more open. And I feel like this generation is going to be the generation that changes a lot of things when they grow up to take these positions in office.
Hmm. Beautiful. You're hopeful for. You're hopeful for change, and I think so. Yeah. The forever young. The unrealistic goal. Sort of, right?
Yeah. No, I know some old people that still be trying to hang with the young kids.
But we could have, for I know some people who are forever youthful by their attitude.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah. So Teenage Funeral, stay young, die young. The only option. Is there a little bit of a Dark Knight feeling there?
Definitely, because it also can relate to. I've had a lot of friends that are teenagers that have died from gun violence, so they can also signify that as well. And I'm sure you may know people when you were younger that have died at a young age.
Yeah. Yeah, there's instances, right? There's instances where I was thankful, I was fortunate, others weren't. Right. I recognize that, and
I could have gone either way, easily.
absolutely could have gone exactly. Could have been me. Could have been me instead of them. It was them instead of me, or it could have been all of us. It could have just been non-discriminatory. But some things have happened along the way. Yeah. Let's so tell us a little bit how I hear, dude. I was super excited. I saw this something you guys. I got a little peek on Instagram. You guys may have something coming up, bro. That's super exciting.
Yeah, we have a drop coming probably to hit our website this summer. It's gonna be a new collection. We got a couple bags. We're re-releasing our skateboards. We got a couple of hats, some t-shirts, some shorts. Summer vibes.
Nice, dude. Super sick. Whenever sometimes I haven't been fortunate. You guys sell out like crazy, bro.
You caught some of the good drops. I believe you're like one of the only people that got those shorts.
Dude, those shorts are clutch time, bro. They're like multi-purpose. I can wear them. They're super comfortable. It's like utility, bro. I love you have. It's like practical. I got the shorts. I have all these pockets. You had something in mind, bro. So the shades too, bro. Yeah, man. I got on the shades. I was thinking about wearing them here, bro. I feel mad cool in them. But yeah. So, JB, tell me this, bro. Teenage Funeral. Where do you see that going? What's the vision behind that?
Hopefully we can make it global, as big as we can get it. We're just gonna keep pushing and pushing. We founded it in around 2016, and we slowly but surely started getting bigger and bigger. Like you said, we sell out mostly every drop, so hopefully we can continue with that pace.
Nice. Amazing. Um, Give me 1 second, bro. I'm just experiencing these difficulties.
Okay, we good.
Yeah, JB's the man, bro. I'm talking with JB. Uh, I'm here talking with JB about life so far. We've talked about racial injustices, some positivity, um, and JB's very own brand, which is got people here in the YouTube comment section. Yo, what's up? How are y'all?
What do we got?
Dude, we got the great of dude over here in the comments. I'm super excited. I'm not sure who that is, but they're here. They said, yeah, they said, yo, what's up? So we out here. Yeah. So JB, I heard dude, she got some one of ones. I heard some more one of ones coming along.
Yeah, we gonna try to get those out soon as well.
Oh man, don't tell everyone about those. Let me get one of those, bro.
You trying to keep those to yourself, I see.
Hey man, you know.
Can't have those.
The people can get everything, man, but let Ahmed get something too.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Thank you. So, JB, do you want to share your piece a little bit about, so during this quarantine, I've picked up hella habits, bro. I've dropped hella habits. I don't want to sound lame. Mine kind of sound lame, so I don't want to talk about them. I've been.
Hey man, quarantine was pretty lame for all of us. I didn't really do too much. I dove into the stuff that I normally do. Got better at like Photoshop. Started reading a bit more. Wasn't really a reader too much growing up, but I've read a few books here in quarantine. Just trying to find things to pass the time. I try to stay sane.
Yeah, man, that's so big. I also wasn't a big reader, dude. But I've been reading more. Any recommendations?
Nah, most of the books I've been reading were pretty lame, but I have nothing better to do. The 48 Laws of Power was pretty good though, if you want to dive into that.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Thank
To
you.
start on the fifth law, I think 56 helped write that one.
Okay. Dude, big bet. Yeah, thank you. I've read a few books, like dabbled into some few books. Audible, dude. Are you on audiobook? Are you on?
Nah, should I do audiobook?
Dude, I don't know. It kind of works pretty good for me. It's a little expensive. I do have a link. If anyone wants to try it out, I got a link that you can get a 30-day free trial.
Free trial?
Yeah.
You, you might have to do that. But nah, I definitely like to read it on my own, keep up those comprehension skills, but I'll definitely like to, you know, write in the book, context clues and stuff like that. So I definitely rather buy the book.
Beautiful. Yeah. The book is like much more like getting that physical paper feeling. Sometimes I'm like, man, it's nothing like it. Have you read The War?
Old school. Keep old school.
Old school, gold school, bro, for sure. Have you heard of the book The War of Art?
I think I have.
Dude,
What was it about?
it's about like it for me personally something I struggled with, so that's why I super like it. I heard it on the JRE, I'm pretty sure, and then that's how I came to know it. The author was on the episode, but it's about doing the work. It's like, what stands between you, me, and being a professional is doing the work. So it's like, as long as you just show up and do the work, work's gonna get done, and you're gonna make some progress, whether you feel like working or not. Um,
Okay.
yeah. I could, we,
That sounds good. I have to look into that one.
yeah, and I love this style. I'm a poetry person, and it's kind of the author I guess is a fiction author, a writer, but he wrote this book, and it's like it's cool. I like how some of the things are written, and that actually is kind of why I like going back to that hip hop and rap references. I appreciate the poetry in rap, you know. Um,
The lyrics have a deeper meaning. They kind of hit close to home.
mm, yeah. Like sometimes it's I don't know. What was it off? I think Murder to Excellence, Kanye West and Jay-Z, off of that Otis album. What was that? The Watch the Throne.
Yeah, watch the I was trying to think of it.
Watch the Throne. Yeah.
Woman niggas in Paris.
That's the one. But dude, the power of language, right? He says, man, he says like, and on another song, Kanye West says, even if you in a Benz, you still bleep in a coupe. It's like, he says the poetry, he talks about poetry, but also the power of language. Like Dave Chappelle, they told Dave Chappelle you can't say the FAG word on television. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, I won't say that anymore, It's like, I won't say that anymore. And he's like, no problem, or I won't write that out of the sketch. We don't have to include that anymore. And then he's almost walking out of the door, and he's like, wait a second, why could I say the FAG word, but not the
N word.
The N word?
Yes, I seen that one.
Right. And what does he say? She's so she's like, the whoever he was talking with, or the person, the HR person, I don't know. She's like, well, Dave, man, because you're not an FAG. And he's like, well, I don't know, like Karen, I'm not a N-word either.
Man, I'm not a nigger. Funny. Dave Chappelle, definitely says some questionable things, but I feel like he tries to shed light on those things as well, and he's not just trying to make fun of it.
Yes. I definitely appreciate how he says some good things. He's an entertainer, right? He's a comedian. So, but he has a certain, like, I don't know, woke, would you say?
I guess you can call it that.
Yeah.
He has a lot of wisdom.
Wisdom. He has
You
wise.
don't take it seriously because his delivery is always kind of joke.
Right. Because that's his profession. So I go in there, he's like, I choose his face on my Netflix, knowing I kind of anticipate there's going to be some things that are uncomfortable. But I'd rather listen to,
Definitely.
yeah, I'd rather listen to that than be ignorant, remain ignorant about
Mm-hmm.
the woke, the conscious thing he talks about. Um, yeah, that's why, I'm a big fan of J. Cole. I don't know if you like J. Cole that much, JB.
He's all right. He's definitely one of the. I guess most people would categorize him as like a real rapper
Mm.
these days. I'm a big fan of the mumble rap though.
the entertaining rap, right?
Yeah, it's the beats. It's the beats. That's how they get me, bro.
It's the beats, bro. The beats are dang good, bro. The beats are dang good. Uh, so what's real rap? I've heard J. Cole characterized as like lyrical rap, or what's real rap, bro? What's your definition?
Honestly, everything is real rap, but there's like an old school version of rap, which is like the Nas and the Jay Z's and the people that keep it going, like Kendrick and J Cole. There's also the new generation of rappers like Young Thug and Playboy Cardi and Lil Uzi that were inspired by like Lil Wayne, because he's like a combination of both. He has lyrics and he kind of mumbles a bit in some of his music, but he definitely had a big influence on this generation of rap.
Agreed, bro. Agreed. That's why I only listen to Wayne. Just kidding. Off of people I don't know personally yet. That's got to be the person I listen to most. Then of course I got the barcode on there and a few pairs,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Be on
Sammy.
the lookout for that EP coming soon. That boy Barcode 813.
Oh, bro! Thank you for putting us on. You just threw the news out there. Yeah, Uh,
Sir,
sometimes I
gonna
listen.
gonna visit my guy next weekend actually up in Arizona.
Amazing, amazing. Pass my piece till next time I see him, bro, for sure.
I got you.
Yeah, man. I love supporting like talent. The loose cannon, Sammy Pluto, talent that I know I could relate with. You know, uh, I think and it's super nice. That's like what you were telling me when we were talking about like the internet. Staying connected, or knowing what's going on. The internet's changed our lives. Now I could have like friends with hometown celebrities.
Yeah, definitely. The internet has a strong hold on what's pop culture at the moment. Definitely can make you or break you these days. Can't slip up and say the wrong things.
Mm, mm. Well, that's actually that's a super like the Me Too movement and stuff hashtag. Um,
Hmm.
it's like those things. Would you say those things were already unacceptable? Those actions that were involved in the Me Too. That's just one thing that came to mind. It's just that
Hmm.
these things are coming to light.
Yeah, the internet is definitely blowing it up and making it known nationwide and even worldwide.
Yeah, 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 yeah. For better or for worse, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Most of these things have to come out anyways for us to become a better world or a better nation.
Amen. Amen. Yeah. Uh, are you? I'm not that big a football follower anymore. I don't watch as much and stuff like that. Uh, but I I'm aware of. I'm a little bit aware of the Deshaun Watson situation. Like the. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, that's a little sticky situation. I really don't know what to think because like I can't say that those girls are wrong. There's a lot of allegations, but
Hmm.
it's just a weird timing. He's trying to get out of
Hmm.
Houston,
Hmm.
and all of a sudden, 21, 22 reports of
Wow.
harassment pop out of nowhere.
Wow. They're the other day, the other week, I was like, 20. Wow, I heard it was like 4. They just keep
Nah,
coming out.
I, I saw something the other day. It was like 22, and it's like, all right, it's kind of hard to believe now that he didn't do it, but like
Mm.
the timing was just off.
Right. So could you you just told us, but for those that are maybe like me and not as into sports news and stuff like that, what the case is with this Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson, seems to be unhappy in Houston, right? He wanted to.
He wanted to get out,
Go ahead, please.
get traded, basically,
Hmm.
and
Right around that time.
But
Uh-huh.
yeah, a few days later,
Hmm.
a lawyer, his name's Tony Busby, I believe,
Mm.
came out that he was representing. At first, it was like 4 or 5 girls, and then he started finding more and more people. So now they basically have to go to court to figure out if it was true or not.
Mm. But
That
the
also blocked him from being traded elsewhere and stuff like that, because once teams pick up on that, they don't necessarily want you. They don't want all those legal problems reflected on the team.
Right, right. It's not what you. Would you agree that what you just said about the teams not wanting to be associated with that? It's not necessarily without those kind of news and all those happenings. It's not necessarily for the betterment of society. They just don't want a bad rep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even if like he goes to court and it turns out that he's not guilty, like he'll still like you'll look up his name and that stuff will still kind of pop up. So it's not really a good look for them.
Hmm. Yeah. The power of the internet, right? It's like what's on there. It's forever. For yeah, for as long as the internet's on, even if you delete it, it's whatever. So whether we're not saying it's true, it happened or it didn't happen. Whether it did happen or did not happen, that's going to be associated. Those allegations are going to be associated with his name, with this man's name, who is an athlete, who
Yeah.
I don't know him personally. I don't know if you do. Uh, um,
Oh no, I don't know that movie. Definitely not to be associated with him right now.
Right, right, right. But from his time at Clemson, from his time, early in his NFL career, he seemed like to the public, to the fan, and by his
Model citizen, a model QB.
right, like a systems quarter, or someone who shows up and does his work, and is kind
Get
of
all the intangibles.
yeah. But then
It'll definitely be interesting to see how this all plays out, though.
yeah, and I don't know if we'll get to we, meaning like the general public, will get the full image anytime soon, really. Uh, but yeah, he was model citizen. Then he asked for a trade. Like what did they call? There's hella jokes about coaches, about players being traded, fired without them ever getting the news themselves. They just find out from the media or
The internet.
the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like JJ Watt one time reported. I saw a Twitter tweet one time. He's like, "I just found out my teammate got traded from a kid on Twitter." Like so. It seems to be like a one-way relationship, right? The owners, people in power, um, that retain almost all the power.
Definitely. That's why players are trying to kind of take that power back.
Mm.
It's not really too good for them, but they're gonna keep trying. But it's actually better to find out on the media than showing up to work. A sports podcast earlier today, and I think it was Richard Jefferson or Robert Horry actually. Robert Horry, he's played for the Spurs and the Lakers. He showed up to practice one day and he saw one of his teammates leaving, and it was because his teammate didn't know he had got traded. So he showed up to work to
Oh
practice,
my.
and they didn't know he got traded that day. So at least if you know through the internet, you can at least like stay home, not show up or anything like that.
Yeah, that's but then they'd be like, oh, you want to get traded? I'm not gonna say it. Um, so yeah. I personally, JB, we talked about this a little bit before, but I don't know if you know, but I started walking lately, bro. Like as a part of my regular routine, I try to. That's my habit, bro. I've, you know me. I've sometimes I'm too much in my head. Sometimes my days get to me. Sometimes I get super stressed out. That's why I admire you for being unbothered. One thing that's helped me with stressing and getting in my head, dude, I can't be like, walking is the shit. But walking, you can't get too excited about walking. But dude, I've been walking like,
Definitely a good stress reliever. Try to get out of your head, look at the scenery and stuff like that. I can understand why you picked that up.
dude, it's such a patience thing too. Like I was on my when I walked yesterday afternoon. I hit you up. Um, I I just went on a walk. I had hella things to do, but it's like, yeah, I gotta circle around. I can't just be like mid walk. Okay, yeah, I gotta get back to studying. Right? I gotta get back to the computer. It's like, oh shoot. Well, I got 20 minutes left to get home. So it's like in the meantime, I'm just with my thoughts. I try not to take my phone, bro. I've been so attached to my phone. Do you struggle with that, being attached to your phone?
Yeah, I'm probably on my phone like all day.
Hella, dude. I'd be on my phone
All
hella.
day.
Same,
If
same.
it's not music, then I'm on the social medias. If I'm not on the social medias, I'm probably talking to someone or texting someone or in the group chat trying to design something or talking to friends trying to plan something. Definitely on the phone a lot. Got to get out of that habit though.
Yeah, man. You gotta try walking, bro. Just sometimes.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I'll hop on the trampoline back there.
Yeah, that'd be a good. You be in there, you might have to like you just close everything off, huh? Yeah. uh, but you talked about a little about the design process, bro. I know you're a original thinker, right? I asked you one time, I hit you up one time about this interview I watched with Kanye West, and you're like, about what he's doing with his brand at the time, and you're like, uh, you don't like disrupting your process, right? Or something.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to be creative when you're always just looking at other people's creativity. I mean, sometimes it's good. You have to like take take a little bit of influence and grab a little bit of what they're doing, but sometimes, or most of the time, it's better to come up with your own ideas.
Beautiful. Where do you come up with your ideas from? Is there a single source?
Just pops into your head. You either have it or you don't.
Nice. And you, my man, clearly have it. You orchestrate drop after drop that sells out. And when it was same day, bro, same hour, maybe same half hour. I don't even know when I hopped on there. Your last drop, you had this chocolate hoodie, bro. When I got on there, same hour, whatever, same half hour as the drop, there's only smalls left. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta talk to it.
definitely a team effort. Me and the whole team put in a lot of work for it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, man. The team, you and the team are amazing. You guys have such good
Yeah,
chemistry.
you met the boys, I believe.
I believe so as well.
Hunter, I don't believe you met my boy David. He's up in Vegas.
Mm. We're gonna have to coordinate something, bro. You gotta. All your homies are super.
We gotta go gamble.
uh, all your homies are great people. Yeah, man. So JB, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much for your time. Uh, we gotta do this again.
Of course, bro. You can invite me back anytime. It's been an honor.
Oh man, it honors mine, bro. I appreciate it. You gave me your time. I'm super thankful, bro. Before we close off, I'd love to leave off on a little intentional positivity. So, do you have anyone? I know you have plenty people, but that you would like to show love to, just put some good out there in their name.
Of course, obviously, as I mentioned before, the Nage gang, David, Hunter, Harrison, my boys back home, Walt, Jahari, the girls, Juliet, Michelle, my boy Barcode up in AZ, always doing his thing, and all my brothers down back in Red. Good luck with graduation, you guys. Finish strong, last quarter. Looking forward to see what you guys do with the rest of your life. Start that adult journey. And of course, thank you, bro, for having me, being a positive influence on my life.
Man, God bless you. I could. That was so beautiful. Thank you. We could talk about all those things that you just said for hours. You got
Oh
it.
yeah, we'd be here for a couple weeks.
Indeed, indeed. Hey man, I'm gonna keep practicing. I super appreciate you, bro. It truly has been amazing. I'm thankful for you as a person in my life. I'm thankful for you for agreeing to do this. And man, thank you so much. We gotta do this again. You have a beautiful day, bro. And whoever stopped by so far, thank you so much for tuning in. You've been witnessing this beautiful conversation with JB, and y'all have a beautiful rest of your day, your night, wherever you are. Thank you so much.
Likewise,
Peace.
my brother. Take care.
Peace, bro. Appreciate you.